In this video, we will see how to get input from user and also how to use the print function in different formats. First, we will see the input function. In Python, if you want to get input from the user, then you need to use the function input. See the example here. In the input function, I am passing the string enter the name. When I run this statement, enter the name is printed and the user will be prompted to give the input. Here I am giving the name Alan and press enter. The variable name will be assigned with the string we entered here, that the name will be assigned the value Alan. If I print name, you can see it has the value we entered. Next, we will see the print function. To print a string, you need to pass the string in single quotes or double quotes. This we already discussed in our last video. Here we have passed an integer 10. You can pass float as well. For example, here I have passed 10.2. Now here we are getting the input from the user. That input I am assigning to the variable name. In the print function, I am passing the string hello and the variable name. This will print hello and the value in the variable name, that is hello Alan. Now here I have passed a string and integer. This is how it will print. I can also assign the integer to a variable and then print in this way. Here 10 is assigned to variable price, then that variable I have passed to the print function. Next we will see how to specify the separator in the print function. You can specify the separator to be used between each value that we pass to the print function. For example, here I have given the separator as colon, and to this print function I am passing price as a string and the variable price. So when you print, the separator colon will be printed in between the price and 10 as shown over here. If I use a tab as the separator, then it will print tab in between. Now in this example, I have some values assigned to the variables product, weight and price. And I am printing these values in these variables, and the separator I am using is comma. So this is how it will print. You can see apple 2.5 and the price 200 is printed, and in between the separator comma is added. Now if I give pipe symbol, then the pipe symbol will be added in between. Now here you can see when I use a print function, the values will be printed in a new line for each print. Instead, I want all the values to print in the same line. Then you can use the parameter end. As given here, you need to give end equal to give the space. By default, the value of this parameter end is a new line character. That is why after each print you can see the cursor moves to the new line. So instead of the default new line, when you specify end equal to the space, then the space will be added after the value we printed. You can pass any character to this end parameter. If I give pipe symbol, then it will print pipe symbol as the end character. Next, we will see how to format the output using print function. One way is to use dot format as shown over here. So first I need to see how I want my output to be. So here I need to print price for 2.5 kg apple is 200, and here 2.5 apple 200, all these are variables. So I need to get the values from these variables. So those variables I need to give in dot format, give the parenthesis and give these variables. Values of these variables need to be assigned in the string. So in the string, give the placeholder for each of these variables. So for example, here you can see for the weight, you give the first curly braces, then the product the second one, and the price there you give the third curly brace. And here you need to note that the variables have to be given in order. Instead of this, you can give the variables out of order as well. In that case, you need to specify the index of the variables within the braces. So here the index of weight is 2, so I need to give as 2, and the index of product is 1 and index of price is 0. So each of them I need to mention that within the curly braces. If I am giving the variables in order, then you don't have to specify the index, but if I am giving the variables out of order, then you need to specify the index. You can use the modulo operator as we use in C programming. See the example over here. Here I have specified the variables weight, product and price by using the modulo operator, and based on that data type you should give in the string modulo F, modulo S or modulo D. So here weight is a float, so give modulo F, and product is string, so modulo S, and price is integer, so modulo D. Now here you can see the product is printed with 6 decimal places. Now you can specify the number of decimal places in a float. So for that, if I want only one decimal place, then give 0.1 F. If I want 2 decimal place, then give 0.2 F. So by this we are concluding this video. Thank you for watching.